Hello and welcome back. This is Tuxedo Ian. We are getting back into our playthrough of Book of Hours. We have reached part 35. We are in spring of our third year. We've managed to decode quite a lot of new books, especially some harder ones, and now we're applying the lessons to our skills to see how far we can advance them. So with that said, let's dive right back in and see where we can get done today. So where we left off, we were just about to end the day. We are learning the next level of Rites of the Roots, and we have a few seconds we can apply something to our... We can carry something over to tomorrow. So we have Disciplines of the Scar is going to need Edge or Lantern. So we can carry this Memory of Fear over to the next day, because we're not going to have enough time. But what we can do... So that will give us one edge. And Disciplines of the Scar needs one more memory, so we will go ahead and read this book again to get another Bittersweet Certainty. And then we're going to need two more on top of that. But we'll need three more on top of that, actually. So we'll start. We can read a contradiction book. So that's one. We can read Sunrise Awakenings, which gives us Lantern. And we can then read DeHorace, which gives us another Lantern. Okay, so our day is ticking over. Some clouds. Moth and its moon. That actually is helpful for Sacralime because we don't have a whole lot of Moth memories aside from what we have. So, Rites of the Roots is now level 3, so it gives us 4 Nectar and 3 Moth. And we know that applying Rites from the Roots with sufficient Moth aspect is how we make Skin-Shuck Mead. So that will probably be a level 15 craft. Okay, so that's done. So let's see, do we have anything we can do? We need Rose Haunted Hall, will be Mrs. Kill. We have the area down here, the Root Throng Descent, which would be Scale, Mrs. Kill. So we'd need either the Miner, or Mrs. Kill, or an Orchard Keeper. That one would need Mr. Kill, an Orchard Keeper, or a Barber. Mr. Kill could help us with the Worm-Eaten Hall. That would be a job for Denzel. And we need to use one of our powerful... We need to reread the Sun Disfigured to get that one. The 14 is doable, but it would take that Newman memory we found. So the 9 Sky, we can definitely get to 9 Sky easily enough. Especially if we take some time here. Let's see, let's apply a core. And then Oronoscopy. And the 2 fifes. Or actually, we just need one of the fifes. Or no, that one's not going to do us. We need... Use our Faust instead there. So we can use both fifes. That one doesn't get us where we want. That one doesn't get us where we want. Sacralime. No. Oh, strings and songs. That's what we get. That's what we need. Yeah, strings and songs gets us an Ascendant Harmony, so we'll start with that. There's our Memory of Fear. we need one more to get Disciplines of the Scar up to its next level. The occult scrap will be good for leveling Sacralime, because that'll get us that's another moth that we are in short supply of. Alright, so we'll grab out all of our memories here. So, Disciplines of the Scar, Lesson, Fear, Bittersweet Certainty, and an Arab. Gets us to level 3, and then we have 1, 2, 3 memories, which will get us to level 4. So, Sacralime is at level 4, so we need 4 memories total. We have clouds, we have the occult scrap, we need Amber, we need an impulse, and then sky, so that's easily done. We can do single-foot songs for that. Alright, so Disciplines of the Scar is now level 3. And we can... Oh, we have 3 lessons for it. Okay, so that gets it to level 4. Then we'll get Sacralime up to level 5. And then we need 4 memories for Disciplines of the Scar. Alright, so there is our Ascendant Harmony. With Keeper levels, we get our reminder again. With Keeper level Sky, Assistant Harmony might conjure a Didymos. So there's our Didymos. That's 6 Sky. So Disciplines of the Scar is now level 4. 5 Edge and 4 Lantern. And we have our 2 other memories we need to upgrade Sacralime. We'll use a Fet for that. So satisfying to have come so far. And now that we've used our occult scrap, we can come over here to the Eva desk. We can add our writing case and Magister Hokobald's card. A reluctantly disclosed P.O. box in Dover. Hokobald expresses interest in Lantern and Grail books and affairs, will only consume Grail food and drink. Hokobald of Poxen flatly refuses to respond to an invitation from the Librarian unless it's written in the great ink known as Orpiment Exultant. Well, gee. Thanks a lot, Hokobald. But will they come when you do call for them? With Hokobald, who knows? Okay, so we need 4 memories now for Disciplines of the Scar. Yep, because it's level 4. So we need 4 Lantern or Edge memories, which we have in abundance. So we have 1. We have 2. We have 3. And we have 4. Actually, we'll go up to our desk up here where we can read it for free. That gives us 4. just so we're not... Since we're going to need that anyway. Okay, so Sakralime is now level 5. 6 Moth, 5 Sky. So we'll come over here. And we will reread this one. Just so we can get our hands on that Newman memory again. Because we can use that to read the Gemini 3. And we have the Serenity of the Black Wood as well. Alright, so here are our 4 memories. For that, so he Disciplines of the Scar. That 1, 2, 3, 4 memories and a edge. So let's see, what else do we have we could do? So we're going to be finishing up that. That will give us another 5 Moth power here, so we can read another book. So let's see, we did use our Nillikant, so we're going to need to make some more of that. But first we have to make some Solomon's Preparation. So we add that, and Inks of Containment. Actually, we can just use our Shapt instead, or... we don't need the Whist. We need a flower, though. So we have our blue crown. Which also reminds me, it is springtime, so we can harvest some flowers. So we can get some moth orchids here. With herbs and infusions. We could get nothing there right now in this season, looks like. But that'll give us another flower we can use to make sea holly in the summer. It's not summer yet. Oh, we do have these other 3 Dawn books up here we need to catalog. We'll get to those shortly. Alright, so Disciplines of the Scar is now level 5. So 6 Edge and 5 Lantern. So, okay, now let's start cataloging these Dawn books that we've got. So, this book was probably written around the time of Hush House's Dawn period, sometime before the end of the first millennium, commonly reckoned. If I examine it, I can learn more about what knowledge it might contain. Books from this period are sometimes contaminated. So let's see what those are going to give us. Alright, the dream. So there's our Didymos. The dream of a star is not apparent to the human eye, but its presence once felt could not be mistaken for anything else. And we can put our fifes back on the shelf over here. And tomorrow I think we'll hire the Reverend because he has some sky, or actually we'll hire Mr. Kill because he has sky aspect that we can use to get into the Squawkful Logia. We found As the Sun His Course. Yol of the Bridge, a retired soldier and sometimes tollkeeper, wrote this epic poem about Alexander's famously inexplicable decision at Issus to withdraw from the war with the Achaemenids, and his subsequent return to Macedonia. 8 Edge, easily enough done, and it is in Aramaic, the language of Aram and all her many children these 3,000 years and more. And it is a sickle and eclipse. So have we got... We do have sickle and eclipse. We have not assigned it yet, so that allows us to level that up some more. We have also found The Hissing Key, an account of the ascents of the hour called the Mother of Ants by the Bosque scholar Mech, of the Theban branch of the House of Lethe. So that's 8 scale, definitely something we can achieve, and it teaches us about serpents and venoms. These are the mother's neglected children, and we prefer that they pass not through any door. And finally, we have found The Sky, the Soul. The grand labor of Cal, an ascetic poet writing at the court of the shadowless kings. 12 lantern, which we should be able to achieve, and it will teach us more about hieroglyphics, which is one we probably should level up a little bit more, because we know that it's used for making something, and we can actually make the ornament exultant with that, so that would be helpful for us for fighting Huckabald back, if we ever choose to do so. So let's see. So we can read The Sky, the Soul. We can add Auroral Contemplations, which gets us to 8. We can add the... We have some ink over here we can use. We have that bottle of Ashertine, which gets us to 14, so that's more than enough. And we just add a soul to read, and we have Revelations of Lantern. So Auroral Contemplations with 10 and a liquid gets us Xanthotic Essence. So we'll keep that in mind for later. So let's see, then we have the Hissing Key. So let's find what we have as far as scale goes. We have 4 from Coil and Chasm. And we would need 2 more memory, and we have Peribate, which gets us... Yes, we need a Memory of Fear before we can read that, which is easy enough to get. So this will give us that. And then we have As the Sun His Course. So actually we can start reading that here. And we have a saw down here we can use as a tool. And we can read that book. So once we have that fear memory, we'll be able to start reading the Hissing Key. Alright, Moth Orchid is as soft as velvet to the touch, except when it changes. The true moth, the flower that opens as it changes, gives us moth and 2 knock. But we'll probably be using it to make Solomon's Preparation anyway, so... Speaking of which, our Solomon's Preparation is ready. With Keeper level Winter, Solomon's Preparations are precursor to the Great Ink Nillicant. And we'll start making another bottle of that. Alright, so there is our fear. So we can come over here, add the Hissing Key, Memory Fear, a Tryst, and Coil and Chasm. Nope, that one does not take scale. This one takes scale. So that's 4, 2, 4, yep. And a Whist, and a bottle of Perhibit. There we go, and Scale Unearthed. I can master this mystery. Alright, so that's all 3 of those new books we found get on their way to being processed. Halfway through there, halfway through there. And once the day ticks over here, we have the Serenity of the Black Wood. We'll grab that one, and we'll come up here to our Moth desk and start reading that one. So we'll add a Tryst. We'll add Newman the Sun's Weakness. And Edict's Liminal, which gets us to 12, which is just enough to master this mystery, and we can start reading the Serenity of the Blackwood, an allegorical history of the House of Lethe, which is here implied as it was inspired by the centipede. Sereno Blackwood is an occult alias to this day. Okay, and we have some rain that we'll be able to work with tomorrow. So at this point, I think we're going to go ahead and call it a day. Thank you for joining me. If you've been enjoying watching, please leave a like or comment down below. If you'd like to see more of these, please subscribe, and I will catch everybody tomorrow.